Doc Favors here. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hey, we always want to, bring you these updates, and I'm excited to bring you these Bellator Life updates. And today we're going to be answering two questions. I'm going to deal with two questions you guys have been asking me about. Number one is, Doc, what is really a node, and what do a node do? And then the next thing is tokenization. You hear us using terms like tokenization, real world assets. And today we're going to break those things down for you, okay? And so with that being said, do your boy a favor, hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, turn the bell notifications on. We got a lot of content coming up for you all in 2026, so we really are excited to have you all here, okay? So let's get right into this. So you hear us talk about this miracle node, the CPU node, and basically you hear us say that a node is like a company share that pays monthly dividends, okay? But I went and asked one of my uplines to shoot me another info and some video that I think would be really great for us. And I'm going to show it to you right now. It's a short clip. He's not in the organization, he's not in the program, but he breaks down the functionality of what a node actually does. And so let's just listen to him real quick, and then I'll come back and add a little more commentary to what he's going to say. Okay?
Did make millions of dollars in crypto, but I don't trade crypto and I don't buy crypto. I make it. So I started making Bitcoin at $220. That in itself is crazy. We started mining Bitcoin. We were making a lot of money. We were like, man, if Bitcoin ever gets to $10,000, we're going to be rich. This guy that was mentoring me, he was worth 100 million bucks. I became one of his top guys. And at that time, I didn't know anybody worth that kind of money. It just sounds preposterous to the average person. For the next 7 years, I learned software instead of hardware mining. So when you mine Bitcoin, you have a physical piece of machine, you plug it into the network, it confirms transactions, you make Bitcoin. On the platform that we launched, which was a company called Gala Games, we worked at Snoop, the death row chain that Snoop gave me, kind of crazy. And instead of hardware, we had software. So these software nodes will confirm transactions on the blockchain. Every time you buy something on that blockchain, sell something, move some money back and forth, there's a fee. That fee goes up in the cloud and it's split evenly between the node owners. So that very first blockchain that we launched, I'm going to put 15,000 in. And for 2.5 years, those nodes just confirmed transactions. I had about 17 million tokens in my wallet. I watched it go from less than a penny to 5 cents, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 84 cents in a matter of like 5 months. So I went from $11,000 in software nodes to having over 11.4 million liquid currency.
Did you hear that? So when we start talking about the nodes and what we actually have here, and you see us when we talking about the 80 split, first thing I want you to understand before I even go into that, because I got videos on this, but this is a recap, but I want you to notice what he said. He said those nodes, they were confirming the transactions on the blockchain. So it is the same concept in terms of what we have here in Bellator, guys. The whole ecosystem, okay, in Metamask, Microcash, and more, the whole piece. We are, and this is why we say we are not a network marketing company. If you just isolate us to the marketing arm of the company, then okay, you can see that Bellator. And I'll have a problem with that. All right. We bring it fun back to the industry of network marketing, multi-level marketing, however you want to look at it. But what I want you to understand is the nodes that you all are securing, okay, especially those of you who already have some. Every time someone every time someone tap, swipe, or insert that crypto card, and the fee goes to processing, because you are a node owner, it's going to go up to the cloud and going to disseminate the funds in the 80-20% split to all of us who own CPU nodes. Okay. And this is why you see us. We haven't taken our foot off the gas because, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, in a minute, these nodes are going to be gone forever. They're going to be gone. I'm telling you now. We'll have other things for you, but to get in at the first movers, you know, level, or first action takers, to actually be able to have shares in the company, if you can see it, you can see it. If you can't, then hey, I can't do nothing but report what I'm learning. All right. So here's the thing. You say when we went through this before, 100 million, 30 transactions and all the fees and stuff like that. This is the reason why. Okay. Now I got a video with an updated of my piece of this presentation, but just for the node's sake, to answer the question, how are we going to generate all these hundreds of millions of transactions, so on and so forth? Well, we've already partnered with these four entities: Ingenico, NCR, Pax, Verifone, and it's verified on the website. All right. And so because of these individuals and the people and the merchants that they serve, the the POS system, the POS devices, point of sale devices, will have ability to receive either from your phone or from your card if you choose to order one, which I strongly suggest once everything we finish with the migration. Guys, this thing is going to explode. Okay. And I'm going to show you some other stuff. But for right now, I wanted you to see this. All right. So once again, that CPU node, we had an example on here. I'm going to just go through this real quick, real fast. So 100 million at 3% market penetration, 3 million times $5 a day from POS merchants, which you just saw the big four. Okay. 15 million, 365 days a year. That's 5.47 bill, which goes to Miracle Pay. That is the particular asset that receives this. All right. Then you got that times the node owners, and which is 1.6425 billion times the 30%. Remember, it's that split. So it's only 210,000 nodes. So you divide that 1.625 by 210,000, and that's about 7,821. All right. And so from doing the math, I'm not going to take you through all of that. But I want you to understand this is the power of the node, the actual switch, the node that verifies and confirms transactions. 10% market penetration, that could be 27,000 annually. Now you get three nodes. Right now we running a special one. You buy one node, get two. That's a total of three. So if you take three times 27,000, that's 81 grand annually and residually. All right. I'm just gonna tell you, you divide that by 12, y'all. That's life changing, that's game changing. You got eyes to see and ears to hear, then let you see. All right. So, and of course, you can buy more however you want to do. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't advise you what to do. It's a risk with everything, but I am showing you what we did. My wife, my family, ministers, everything, certain leaders, key leaders, we are positioned already. Okay. All right, so that answers the question of what do the nodes do. So Bellator is the arm to where you get involved in the whole ecosystem. You purchase your nodes through Bellator, and this is what that looked like. So this is the switch, the node right there in the middle, and you got all of these things that's going on around this ecosystem. And every time they swiping over here in Europe, in the EU, in Bucharest, wherever going, even with that real world asset, woo, go up to the node, disperse throughout those node owners. I don't know about you, but I like the sound of that. From a one-time piece, a one-time payment. We don't have to deal with no auto ship, attrition. We don't have to deal with trying to meet quotas and all that. You don't have to do none of that as an investor, y'all. All right. So that then becomes what that is. Okay. So now, with that being said, I want to take you over here and answer the question about tokenization. Now, this is going to be fun because I got like three of these. They very short, but this is going to help me explain to you what tokenization is, how does it work with what we're doing, and why is it so very important that you can see what's happening right now. All right. And all of these are public piece. You see it right there on YouTube. So when when your stuff is legit, you can go live and it don't matter. You can show what it is. All right. So here we go. Quick video and let's get right into this. Tokenization.
Today we're joined by Douglas Anderson from Wall Street Capital Partners. Thanks for joining us today. Please tell us about your current project in Bucharest, Romania.
Yeah, so I'm the chairman of Metamask Holdings, Inc., a Delaware corporation. Metamask holds software assets, one of them being Miracle Pay, which is for POS machines and transacting from your crypto wallet. And they have strength in crypto and blockchain. And for this reason, we've decided to tokenize finance the new capital airport in Bucharest, Romania. So this is going to be the largest real world asset in the world to be tokenized. The entire project's going to push.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, so watch this. Vocabulary words now. Number one, you have nodes, which are like shares in the company that verify transactions. Okay. Second vocabulary word, tokenization. And third vocabulary word is RWA, real world assets. Now, when we get done, you're going to know what all this means. All right. So just stay with me And watch this.
Somewhere around 2.5 to $3 billion with the city that supports it. It's an ambitious project, one that the Romanians really want to see happen. Today, we're very happy to have the mayor of Oranați Copaceni, the village.
Okay, so as you can see, he has some heavy hitters, even the guys that's with him right now. And okay, I already have a clip of this on my YouTube channel, so you all can scroll. And matter of fact, I'll leave it down in the description. But I want you to understand now, we're starting a conversation. First, I answered the question of what is the nodes and how do they benefit me? What do we do? I answered that. You get your nodes every time a transaction happens, even at this airport, guys. Boom, go up to the cloud, get paid. And that's every time it taps, swipe, and insert. So it's instantly. Remember, these transactions are happening seamlessly, okay? So you don't have to wait all the time. I'm telling y'all, it's happening right there. Now, so that's first thing, tokenization. We have a real world asset that is going to be tokenized in the form of the airport, okay? So then the next piece we're going to talk about now is, well, really, what is tokenization, okay? And I want you to see this for your own. This is why I'm showing you all this so you can go find and go look this up yourself. You know, I'm just putting it in one place for you. So let's look at this clip.
The tokenization of real-world assets is accelerating and is expected to grow even further. Yahoo Finance's Inez Ferre joins us now with more. Inez.
Yeah, Josh, and first let's start with what is the tokenization of a stock, for example. That is basically a stock which is issued on blockchain. That's the same technology on which crypto is based. Industry insiders I have spoken with have said that eventually you will see the entire financial market run on blockchain. You started to see this with stable coins, and then now we're starting to see it with equities. We've heard of the announcements of Robinhood introducing 200 US tokenized stocks in the EU. Gemini also offering tokenized stocks in the EU. Those are more derivative products that are not available in the US. But you've had the NASDAQ that has asked the SEC for permission to be able to offer tokenized shares, tokenized securities on the NASDAQ. And that's because of this wave of the entire financial infrastructure, which is expected to upgrade to blockchain. And they don't want to lose ground to platforms like Coinbase, like Kraken, like Gemini. This is a big market, just to show you what one study shows.
Now, before she goes in, I want you to understand tokenization. This is when you take an asset like an equity and turn it and tokenize it, okay? And I got another one that's going to break it down a little more, but I just want you to understand. So now when they're tokenizing and they're doing these and they want to do all these transactions, you see how we come into play? We solve the problem because we have a chain, our own chain in-house that we developed. Hakan Torhan and that whole super team developed specifically to handle the volume of all of these transactions going on at the same time, instantaneously. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So when you talk about, man, Faye, where you find this at? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Woo, happening to be in the right place. And I know we hear this all the time. You're in the right place at the right time with the right people. Guys, but I'm gonna tell you, I saw the writing on the wall with some of the other ones because I don't think everything starts out, but when you hit these roadblocks and you don't have the wherewithal, and truth be told, even our government, if you're in America, wasn't ready for this yet 3 or 4 years ago. But these individuals, they fixed it. So now we have a blockchain, we have a node, we have the software, the asset, the software system rather, that can handle the volume from blockchain. And now we are getting it and positioning ourselves so that we can be the leading people, guys. Took 8 years to do this. We're going to be the leading factor, the leading company that's leading the charge dealing with blockchain tokenization and having the ability to really do transactions seamlessly around the world. Now watch how big she say this is, y'all.
Is that real world assets, the market cap for real world assets is expected to go from 600 billion this year to about 19 trillion in 2033. And we're not just talking about equities. We're also, of course, talking about bonds, gold, real estate, any type of real world asset that you can think of. Now, why would you want tokenized equities? What is...
Did you hear what she just said, guys? You see, this is serious what we're talking about now. When you talk about real utility use, our coins and everything, guys, I'm telling you that this is what it's going to be. And so when you tap and swipe, you go to the airport, you can go to Walmart, you can go to your favorite store and use your crypto. Whereas before we had to go through all the process of man trying to not swipe, but trying to what's the term I'm looking for? So we going from one wallet to another wallet, trying to swap them out. That's the term. Got to swap this coin for that coin, then get on this one. And if you make a mistake and get on the wrong chain, you lose everything because hey, it was just a bad time. But we're not in crypto land no more, according to Mr. Wonderful. This is really happening, all right? So now, when we get down to we got the nodes, we're introducing tokenization. I wanted to prove to you, even from Yahoo Finance, how serious it is. Okay, so well, favors, what is really? You still haven't told me what. I don't really understand what it is. All right, this is the last video I got for you, and then we're going to get out of here, but take a look at this.
Your house, stocks, or even a bar of gold into digital tokens. Sounds futuristic? Well, it's happening now. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, is stepping boldly into the blockchain world with their Bitcoin ETF and advocating for more cryptocurrency ETFs. Their CEO, Larry Fink, envisions these moves as mere stepping stones towards a groundbreaking concept, tokenization.
Let me be clear. I think ETFs are step one in the technological revolution in the financial markets. Step two is going to be the tokenization of every financial asset. And to me, this is where we believe it's going. So we're looking at Bitcoin, we're looking at ETFs in the same manner. These are technological changes that can allow us to move forward.
What exactly is tokenization, and how might it transform our approach to real-world assets? At its core, tokenization involves converting the rights to an asset, whether it be bonds or real estate, into a digital token on a blockchain network. It enhances liquidity, turning previously illiquid assets like buildings or artwork into easily traded tokens. Traditionally, bonds have been the domain of large financial institutions, often out of reach for everyday investors. Furthermore,
all right, let me put something right here because I know you all going to want to ask. So how do they do this? That's when you get into the NFTs, non-fungible tokens, all right? So then you have these pictures, these paintings, and it was going on, and many people thought it went away. No, man, they just had to figure out how to transact. That's why they had to invent the Web3. That's what Metamask and all of that comes into play. And that's why I got another video out there where one day we almost crashed the market with ETH because it was so much volume and it crashed. It just couldn't handle all the transactions happening at the same time, okay? So understand when you're dealing with technology, guys, we got to let it be invented, and then the kinks has to be worked out. But once it's good, it's like the highway system, y'all. We're good. Remember, we had beeper. They did the cell towers for beepers first. Then we realized that, okay, we can use them same signals to bounce off them big old cell phones. Then we had flip phones. Then we had two-ways. Next, we got smartphones, which are mini computers, all right? So same thing is happening with tokenization, guys. It's happening, whether you realize it or not. You say, well, favorites, I don't know too much about it. That's just because you're not aware, and you're not aware because you're not in that space. So what I'm doing is trying to kind of educate you in a practical way and then show you where some of this is so you can go find it out for yourself, okay? All right, we got just a few more.
Traditional bond issuance process is costly, involving intermediaries like clearinghouses and underwriters, not to mention significant legal fees. By tokenizing bonds, the asset becomes available to retail investors, increasing their liquidity and affordability. Smart contracts, which can be thought of as self-operating sets of rules coded into the blockchain, function like a vending machine. Just as a vending machine automatically dispenses your chosen snack after you input the correct amount, smart contracts automatically execute agreed-upon actions, such as distributing interest payments, thereby reducing the costs associated with issuing bonds. This not only makes the process cheaper for borrowers but also more profitable for lenders. It's a win-win in the world of finance. And speaking of wins, if you're curious about how the blockchain is...
All right, so they get ready, everybody promoting, selling something. So basically what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, what is a node? How do you get a node? You get back to the person who showed you and shared this video with you. You get their link for Bellator, which is the marketing arm of everything and all the assets that is up under Metamask Holdings, okay? Get their link, you sign up, you get yourself positioned, and then you get your first node. If you do it now, we still have a promotion. You'll get 3, and you do the math. At projected 10% market saturation, it's 27K annually, right? No, at 27 times 3, that's 81. Okay, so you do that, then you understand. Okay, tokenization. Now we got high rises, we got real estate, we got any real world asset. That means that has a utility case that now can be placed on the blockchain with tokens, and they can be traded. So we had someone ask today, well, can I give someone my note? Guys, these are your notes for life if you choose to. You can sell them when the price go up. You can sell them. I wouldn't advise it, but once again, I'm not advising, so I can't tell you. You can gift them and legacy them to your children's children. You see, when you start talking about building airports, you heard what Douglas Anderson said. Because we're strong in the blockchain, they got real assets. They just said, and they're going to do this airport. Guys, that is huge. That's major. Even if you don't travel abroad, you still can get compensated from it. All right. So what I was trying to do today was to share with you all what that is. What are nodes, tokenizations, and then you understand that real world assets can be tokenized so that they can be traded, held accountable, and done without going through all the rigmarole of all the red tape, if you will. Because I don't know about you, but if you've ever tried to wire 20, 30 grand, it take a while. And if you do it at the wrong time, then the bank, and you trying to close a deal, it can be really frustrating. Remember we was in the real estate, and I learned a lot over there, but I'm gonna tell you, whew, it's a headache. Okay. Anyway, get back to the person. And if I happen to be the one who shared this video with you, then don't forget to look in the link in the description down below. There are other videos that will help you in there, how to link your MetaMask, presentation that you can share. I got an updated one down there. But ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up this year, we want to end strong so we can go into the new year with momentum. I'm encouraging you now, even if you're looking at this video a month from now, 2 months from now, we'll have some other things. So have no fear. Bellator is here. This is Doc Favors. We appreciate all of you all. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys, and drop a comment down below. That's why I'm answering some of your questions. Okay, so hopefully that answered that, and I look forward to reading some of the other ones that you all will present in the near future.